You know the type. Brother in his 50s, maybe pushing 60. Got a phone in his hand half the day. Scrolls through Facebook on his lunch break, watches YouTube before bed, might even sneak a peek at Instagram when his wife sends him a reel. But you scroll his page and it's a ghost town. No face, no vacation pics, no gym selfies. Maybe a profile picture from 2017 where you can barely see him. And that's it. Franklin here, and today we're talking about that man. The black Gen X brother who is absolutely on social media, but refuses to be seen on it. People think he's hiding. People think he's antisocial or out of touch or scared of technology. He's none of that. He's running a whole different program in his head, and once you see it, you can't unsee it, because the numbers say he's there. Sprout Social ran a pulse survey in the second quarter of 2025, and 92% of Gen X uses social media every single day. Every day, averaging about an hour and a half on it. So he's not unplugged. He's not above it. He's watching. He's just not waving. Let's get into why. Start with what he actually does on the app. He opens Facebook. He scrolls. He reads the comments, and I mean reads them like a newspaper. He'll spend 20 minutes deep in some debate about a high school reunion he's not even going to. He'll watch a whole YouTube video on how to fix a transmission he doesn't own. He'll look at his cousin's birthday post, and then he closes the phone. No like, no comment, no share, nothing. The researchers have a name for that. They call it lurking. Sprout Social's own data shows Gen X takes what they describe as an arm's-length approach to social. Only about 15% of Gen X uses social media for search. They still go to Google. They're using these platforms like a TV with extra channels, not like a stage. Now mix that with what Pew Research found this year. Their 2025 report on American social media use says 54% of black adults use Instagram. That's a higher share than white adults. And Pew's broader work shows Facebook and YouTube still pulling big numbers across the board, with YouTube up around 84% of US adults and Facebook around 71%. So black folks are present on these apps in real numbers. The Gen X brother is part of that count. He's logged in. He's just locked down. So what's the why behind the lockdown? First thing, he grew up before broadcasting yourself was the default setting on being alive. Think about the math. A man born in 1970 was almost 35 when Facebook left college campuses. He was 40 when Instagram showed up. His whole sense of self got built in a world where you told people about your life by calling them on the phone, or running into them at the store, or maybe sending a Christmas card with one photo in it. Identity wasn't something you uploaded, it was something you carried. So when the rest of the world flipped the switch and decided every meal, every outfit, every hairline update was now content, he didn't flip with it. He thought about it. He looked at it, and he made a decision, a quiet one. Most of the time, he didn't even announce it. He just stopped. Psychologists have a term for the engine running under that. They call it autonomous self-esteem. A summary of recent psychology research in Yahoo Lifestyle this past January described it like this. People who never post draw their confidence from inside, not from likes and comments. They don't need the counter to go up to know they had a good day. The dinner was good because the dinner was good, not because 47 people tapped a heart on it. And there's a related idea from self-determination theory, which researchers writing about non-posters keep coming back to. The theory says human beings have three core needs: competence, connection, and autonomy. The thinking is, if a man's getting those needs met offline already, he's good at his job, he's tight with his people, he runs his own day, he's just got less reason to go fishing for them in the comment section. The app stops being a mirror. It becomes a window, and he's looking out, not in. You see this in the way he handles his actual circle. Ask him how his best friend is doing, and he'll tell you in detail, because they talk Tuesday. Ask him how his cousin in Atlanta is doing. Same thing. Phone call last weekend. He's not getting updates from a feed. He's getting them from the source. Researchers writing about the habits of non-posters call this small circle connection, and they pair it with something they call social snacking. Little bites of contact through text and calls, instead of one big public broadcast. That's him. Group text with his 3 boys from college, active for 15 years. Text thread with his sisters, daily. The communication is happening, it's just not visible to you. Now here's where it gets interesting. Researchers using the 5-factor model of personality have found that conscientiousness, being careful, thoughtful, deliberate, predicts how much someone locks down their privacy on social platforms. More conscientious people restrict access. They're more cautious about what they put out there. They think 2 steps ahead about who's looking and why. A lot of Gen X brothers are running high on that trait, and they came up in a world that rewarded it. You watched what you said on the job. You watched what you wore to the bank. You watched who you let into your business because you'd seen what happened to folks who didn't. That habit didn't go away when the iPhone came out. It just found a new target. The phone is now one more place where you watch what you put out there. And here's where I want to slow down because this part matters. There's research in the National Institutes of Health database looking at how black men have used Instagram hashtags like Black Boy Joy and the Black Man Can to push back against the way black men get shown in the media. The study makes the case that for a lot of black men, posting online is actually a form of resistance, putting your own face out there to crowd out the stereotype. Now think about what that means for the brother who doesn't post. He's seen that fight, he understands the stakes, and he's made a different call. He's decided he's not going to enter the arena at all. He still cares about how black men are seen. He's just decided the energy it takes to manage your image online every single day for the rest of your life is energy he wants to spend somewhere else. Researchers writing about why people post in the first place point to work in the journal Computers and Human Behavior that names the main driver as impression management, the need to control how other people see you. Every post is a small performance. Every photo is a choice about what version of you the world gets to meet today. That's work, real work. And after 30, 40 years of already doing that work in person, at the job, at the school meeting, at the bank, at the doctor's office, a lot of these brothers looked at social media and said, "You want me to do this here too? On my off time? For free? Nah, that's accounting, not shyness." Let's talk about the cost though, because there is one. Opting out of the visibility economy for 20 years adds up. The boy you went to high school with? He's a brand now. He's got a podcast. He's got a consulting gig because somebody saw his LinkedIn post go around. Your cousin who posts her plate at every restaurant. She's got 3 sponsorships and a side income. The visibility economy is real, and it pays real money to the people who play it. The brother who doesn't post isn't getting any of that. His network is tight, but it's small. Opportunities that come through being seen, they pass him by. He doesn't even know they existed. And there's a softer cost too. His kids grow up and they don't have a record of him. No photos of dad at the cookout. No videos of him telling a story at Thanksgiving. He was there for all of it, but when his grandkids one day go looking, the trail is thin. Some of these brothers, that's going to hit them later. Some of them already feel it. But here's the part nobody says out loud. Most of them are fine with the trade. They weighed it, maybe not on a spreadsheet, but in their gut, and they decided peace was worth more than reach. You ever notice how calm one of these brothers is at a party? He's not pulling his phone out every 10 minutes. He's not framing the food. He's not looking for the angle. He's just there, eating, talking, listening. The phone is in his pocket the whole night. When somebody asks for a picture, he might step out of it. Not because he hates himself, because he doesn't need the picture to confirm he was there. He knows he was there. He was the one doing it. There's a phrase researchers use for this: protecting your inner
pace. Keeping the rhythm of your own day separate from the rhythm of the feed. The feed wants you to react. It wants you to refresh. It wants you to feel like you're missing something. The brother who doesn't post has built a wall against that pool. He uses the apps. He doesn't let the apps use him. And the data backs up that this is spreading. Partner-Centric ran a survey of close to 1,000 Americans in 2025. 41% of Americans say they're cutting their screen time this year. A real chunk of folks have quit at least one platform. The pullback is real. And Gen X is leading it. The visual platforms, the ones built on you showing your face, Snapchat, TikTok, never got the same grip on people over 45 that they got on younger folks. So when you look at the black Gen X brother who won't post, he's not behind. He's actually early. He clocked years ago what everybody else is just starting to suspect, that you don't have to broadcast your life to be living one, that a quiet feed and a loud life is a real option, that the people who matter already know where to find you. Now, I'm not telling you he's got it all the way figured out. He could probably stand to share a picture or two. His mama would love a recent photo. His niece in Houston would love to see what her uncle looks like these days. There's a middle road between being a billboard and being a ghost, and some of these brothers could stand to take a step toward the middle. But understand who he is when you look at him. He's not the man who got left behind by technology. He's the man who looked technology dead in the eye and said, "I'll take what I want from this, not a bit more." He scrolls without posting because he's interested, not invested. He stays a lurker because watching costs him nothing and posting costs him peace. He keeps the close circle tight because that's where the real relationships actually live. He's running on an internal scoreboard the algorithm can't see and doesn't get to grade. And here's the still fixable piece. If you're that brother and you've been wondering if you're weird for not playing along, you're not. The research has caught up to you.
Psychologists are writing whole articles about what you've been doing on instinct for 20 years. You're not behind, you just got there early. The only thing worth checking on is whether the silence online has crept in the silence everywhere else. Are you still calling your people? Still texting your boys? Still showing up in person when it counts? If yes, keep doing what you're doing. The world's catching up to it. And if you know one of these brothers, your husband, your daddy, your uncle, your friend, stop trying to drag him onto the timeline. He's not lost. He's just somewhere you can't see from your phone. Pick up the line. Call him. That's where he's been the whole time. That's it for today. Appreciate you watching. There's another one right there on the screen. Go on and check it out.